For my book talk, I decided to do the book Driving with a Kid, The Deep End by author Jeff Kinney. So, you've probably gone camping before, whether it's in a tent, a trailer, at a camp, or in your own backyard. But when Greg's family does it, it doesn't go all too well. After the events of the last book, Greg and his little brother Manny, his older brother Roderick, and his parents are all living out of their nan's basement. But that isn't the best place to spend the summer. So they decide to take out their uncle's old RV and go on a camping trip. After some preparing, ending up at not the perfect locations, they end up at the national park, where things start to pick up. Greg gets involved with some friends who get in a bit of trouble, and he also gets attacked by animals a lot, such as the point when a bear stole his food and kind of messed everything up. He was just kind of like,
Hey, I'm a bear. I'm gonna go steal your stuff now. Bye.
a lot of other stuff happens, such as Greg's family getting hit with watermelons while just trying to go on a peaceful canoeing trip. Something else that happens is the bridge to the park breaks, leaving all of the residents stuck at the camp. Not the best situation to be in. I chose the book mostly because I needed a book for this project, so I went and bought the two latest books in the series I didn't have. And then I determined I'm going to do this one for my project. A passage from the book I like is on page 164. The passage reads, "The second I saw the poster, I knew it was a trick." I like this passage because it sets up later stuff in the book where it goes to show that Greg will go through drastic measures to not get caught up in this mess he's already gotten himself into. This book is pretty relatable in a few ways, such as Greg Heffley being a middle schooler and people go camping all the time. I would give this book a 4.8 out of 5. I give it that because while I liked the book, the pacing was not the best, and things could have gone by quicker or slower. In my opinion, the theme of this book would probably have to be family. Why? Well, throughout most of the book, Greg is with his family, either trying to stay with them or get away from them. But in the end, family comes first. Why? Well, read the book to find that out. I would recommend this comedic book to middle schoolers, because the comedy is mostly aimed to that generation, and the main character of the book is a middle schooler. You should read this book because honestly, it's a page turner most of the time. So, what are you still doing here? Go read the book. Like, seriously, it's really good. Even if you haven't read any of the other books in the series, I'd still recommend this. Like, you don't need to have any other context, really, of the characters to read this one. But I would still recommend reading some of the previous books just to get yourselves familiar with the characters. Anyways, this has been my presentation. I hope you enjoyed this funny little animation I decided to make. And I hope you get a good grade on this.